Hi, my name is Heather Matter. Thanks for joining me today because I wanted to share a message with you that has deep personal meaning to me, and that is following God. You know, when I was a child, I didn't go to church until I was 12 years of age. And I remember at that time, we had a big, huge yard. I lived in Idaho, and I did a lot of our weeding and our yard work. And I remember being outside, and even though I had just met him, I would begin to have a conversation with him, and I would pour my thoughts out and pour my feelings out. And I remember at that time feeling something, feeling like there was somebody who was there and who was listening to me. And at that young age, I had a really true heart for God. And one of the best things about my life now is I have the same thing. I still do the same thing. When I'm folding laundry, when I'm walking around making dinner, I'm still having that same conversation with him, although the context has changed and the times have changed and what I'm saying is different. How I feel is the same, except it's grown deeper and deeper and deeper. In Matthew 22, it says, "Love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, soul, and mind." And that's from the NIV translation. What does it mean to love God with all of your mind? Now I want to talk about that just for a second. Did you know that some people estimate that we have 60,000 thoughts a day, and that 90 to 95% of those are negative, habitual, or they're completely repetitive? They don't even do us any good. And so we are having so many thoughts. We literally are on like a thought merry-go-round, going around and around and around the same conditioned things. And so many of these things. Now, thoughts have energy. The space in our minds is being taken up by things that are negative for us, things that are not new, creative, fresh, or inspiring. It's dead space. So what does that mean to have your mind love God? Well, for me, here's what that looks like. Up here are the thoughts of God, or the laws of him, or the way that he thinks and the way that he lives. Now, I am here and I am learning to grow and develop my mind, my heart, my abilities, my life to the highest level possible. Because inside of me, there is a God self. When he said that he created us in his image, that particular word, it means in likeness or resemblance to. That means there is a part of me, there is a part of you that is in resemblance or in likeness to the one who created you. That means we do have a God self, that there is something inside of us. And as it is inside of us and we tap into it, it grows and grows and grows. And as it grows, it pushes out all that is not God, all that is not light, all that is not love. And then inside what we have is who we truly are, and those states of being that are similar to him, to be and live in a state of peace, to have joy, to live in a state of love and gratitude and power, to live without fear, but knowledge and certainty that our lives have a plan and a purpose, and we will figure that out as we go, and you are in good hands. So here's what it means for me to have my mind love God, is to allow myself to be educated and to raise my vibration of thinking, to raise my level of thinking. And as I raise it, there are so many things that fall away. Complaining about things I can't change, getting mad about the past, gossiping about other people, speaking negative things over my life, myself. All of those things just literally fall out of conversation as we get higher and higher and higher. So how do you get your mind to be in alignment with God? It's to study him, to study his words. There is literally living power in his word. Now, there are so many various scriptures all over the world. I love reading different kinds of scriptures. I love the word of God in any form that I can find it, because what I find is that my mind begins to expand. It begins to awaken. And I want to challenge you to put the word of God and his words in your life, in your mind, every single day. Think about all of the ways you take in information through email, television, magazines, other people, and those can be valuable things. But to have it from the source, to have food right from the source come into your life, as it comes into your life, it begins to revolutionize you and to change you. I want you to know that I love the laws of God. I love His Word. I love living it because of how it makes me feel. I feel free. I feel joyful. And that is how I know if something's right for me or not. It's so interesting because in my kids, a lot of people teach their kids, don't do this, that's bad, that's good. What I often focus on with my kids is, how do you feel inside? How does your spirit feel? And one of my kids asked me if I did a particular thing. And I said, when I think about doing that thing, I don't feel good inside. And that's how I decide if this is going to be in my best interest or not. What do you think? And here's what I know. When I am in alignment with the commandments or His laws, I feel powerful. I feel joyful. I feel light in my life. And we do live in a day where a lot of people are not counting that to be valid. But if you're considering that and you're making decisions in your life, I want you to know that as we live in alignment with truth, with true principles, and the commandments and His Word, there is joy, there is peace, there is power, and there is a way for us to do that. Even if you think it's difficult, there is a way for you to do that and to find that. And if you do, you will have joy. So I invite you to begin your own private, constant conversation with Him. Mine's been going on for over 20 years. It has been the most blessed thing for me. Why does He tell us to love Him? Because what you love, you seek after. And what you seek after is what you become. And as you love Him and seek after Him, you become like Him. And that is why He invites us to love Him. And I testify of this. I know it's powerful. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you again soon.